Hey everybody, it's Steve with Three Fat Truckers. We're down here at the 2023 Match Show in Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm joined by Dave and Bill, my two favorite buds. How we doing?
Whoop, whoop. No, great. Awesome.
Yeah, you boys look like you're dragging a little
This
bit.
has actually been an awesome show, guys.
Oh, man.
We've had such a good time down here this year. You just can't imagine.
Everybody's been great down here.
Talked to, met. It's
Yep.
just out of this world. Out
Game
of this
changer.
world.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
Well, we got one of almost to the last
and
of
some
our
of the
interviews
neatest
here.
stuff
Yeah.
I've seen in trucking.
I'll tell you what,
It's like,
this here is pretty cool. I tell you what, if I still was driving and pull a van trailer, I think I'd buy one for
It's
sure.
only a matter of time, by the
So-
way. You heard it here first.
We're sitting down here with Chad Herzog with RJC Enterprises, and he's got something here called the Dock Watch. What we got here, Chad?
The Dock Watch, I'll tell you what it is. My dad's been trucking for over 50 years, and I've been trucking for longer than I should, probably 25, 30 years already. And I got to where I got tired of backing into docks and just sitting there and watching the light blink. So I back in, especially since COVID hit. A lot of guys will say, hey, back in the dock, whatever. The light turns green, you're ready to roll. So you're sitting there and you're either sitting in the seat, or you're laying over the steering wheel, or you're laying back in the bunk and you're laying to where you can see the light blink in the corner of your eye. That's what happened to me. I delivered to a place, a midnight delivery, and it's a place where I went every day, and I could be there 20 minutes, or I could be there 3.5 hours. It just depends on
That's about
We know that.
what kind of
every
mood
place.
the guys were in that day. So I
8 hours, maybe. Like,
So I laid
they
down.
tell you that you're loaded, and they go home for the day. Yeah.
So I laid down. I knew they were unloading me, and I could feel the trailer shaking. And I'm laying back here with my head up, kind of on the cabinet of the back there, and I can see the light blinking of the trailer next to me. It's blinking, and I fell asleep. And the guy next to me, or about a hour and a half later, this guy beating on my door, and it's one of my other drivers. And he said, "Hey, I need your dock here." So I went inside, and they said, "Your light's been green for almost an hour. You've never came in to get your paperwork." And I needed to get out of there. I needed to get back on the road. I missed my
Sure.
green light. On my way home, I'm thinking there's got to be a better way where guys can be notified, get good, decent sleep, not sleep with one eye open.
Or hanging over the
No,
wheel,
so we
or
came
your
up with
head
this
against the
device
window.
called
Yeah.
The Dock Watch. Okay, what it is, it's this device right here. Of course, I'm tall, but a lot of guys can't reach the light because some of them lights are 8.5 feet off the ground. So this
Sure.
enables you to clip the light, clip that on the light. It's got a sensor in here that senses green light, and it's connected to an app on my phone.
Look at Bill's
It
face.
senses when it turns, it takes about 20 seconds. When that stops sensing green light, that'll turn to red and let you know that light's red. Because sometimes I've been in the bunk and I've taken a nap and I've woken up and the light's still red and I'm thinking to myself, okay, or the light's flashing green still. When I back in, it's green. I'm still green.
Did
I
they
say,
ever
okay,
change
did
it,
they ever
right?
change it? I don't know. This will tell you that, okay? But it keeps track of when the light turns green. So it'll be red. When that light turns green, it gives you an instant notification. A horn sounds like a truck horn, honk, honk.
Yep.
Let you know that it's time to get up and get rolling. What it's also doing is keeping track of times here. See that? Total
you
times.
know how long you
Total
stayed at that
times, how long it took the light to turn from green to red, and how long it took it to turn from red back to green. So what we're doing is we're keeping track of those in GPS
Detention
locations
times.
on a database. And our hope is once we get a big enough
at the smile.
database,
Look
we're
at
going to
the
open this
smile.
up to where guys, if you're going somewhere for the first time, never been there, if this has been used there, you can get on the app, punch in location.
It'll tell you how
address,
long you were there
it'll bring
last.
it up and it'll say, no, here's what it'll say: how many times dock watch has been used there, what the average dock time a truck spends in that location. So if I'm a dispatcher, if I'm a trucker looking for a backhaul, it gives me an idea of, okay, I've got an 8 a.m. a delivery appointment. It's got an average dock time of 2 hours. I can kind of figure, okay, if I'm looking for a backhaul, I got enough time to try to figure out, but if they're
Yeah. I'll be
their
out
dock
there
times
now.
are ridiculous. If their dock times are way out of whack, 5, 6, whatever hours, it gives me a little bit of power back to the truck driver to say, hey, I'm either not going to go here because their dock times are ridiculous, or I'm going to need more money to pay me to sit. You
Sit
guys
there.
know how it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get
All
detention
garage
time.
doors. They
Detention
hand load
time
'em.
is like,
Garage doors are terrible.
yeah. So, so it just gives a little bit of power back to the trucker, but also allows a guy to be able to get great sleep and not have to sleep with one eye open. Because I've talked to some guys that say, well, I've been doing this for years. I just set my alarm for every 15 minutes. And when it goes off, I look, the light's still red. I hit snooze. I'm like, well, how do you feel after being there for an hour and a half?
That
Like,
is
I feel
infuriating.
I feel
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
So that's basically the premise behind our idea of Dock Watch.
Now, how hard was it to develop the software?
You know what?
to do that.
I'm not a
Not the techie.
I'm a truck driver. I'm business educated. I went to college, but I'm a truck driver. My dad's a truck driver, so I had the idea.
Sure.
I didn't know how to
Make it happen.
So, do
got
you know what technology it's using to connect the mobile
I
device?
mean, it's
to
a
the-
Bluetooth connection. Yeah. So what that also does is I've had a lot of people say, well, what happens? I'm going to leave that thing and drive off and forget it. Well, what it does is that's Bluetooth connected. So once you drive, you get 15, 20 feet away out of the dock, and that breaks connection to your Bluetooth. It's going to send you a notification saying, hey,
Yeah.
you forgot it. Go back and retrieve it.
You would get that notification for any reason if it lost contact.
Right, yeah.
With the device.
Yeah. And I've had, if that Bluetooth connection is lost, it sends you in that same honk and says,
Okay.
connection's
Well, because
been
we know
lost.
when we wake up, we're groggy, sort of not what's happening, where you're at, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Especially if you get an hour, 2 hour nap.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Good solid sleep.
Yep.
You know, so I've seen guys. I pull into places, warehouse, and I've seen guys laying over their steering wheel. They got that nice bunk back there, and they're laying over their steering wheel for 2 hours because they're they're
It's
gazing.
normally the guys that are out there spit polish and shining their wheels for 2 hours. There's those too. but
Yeah, so,
but
I
no,
mean-
that is an amazing idea. I mean, what do you think? Bill just smiled. I knew you'd be on this one.
Well, I mean, the reason they're saying what they're saying is because I'm kind of a
Stickler on trying to get sleep.
tech enthusiast. I do 2 other shows.
And he
on tech.
tries squeezing in a nap while they're loading and unloading.
And
Because when he
also
stops,
that, yeah.
He's on his computer working on tech.
Yeah,
So how much does this system
we're
cost?
selling them for $199.
Oh,
So I mean, I've had a lot of guys balk at that. Like, man, I'm like, well, let me explain something to you. I've had my own guys back into a dock. They're dying for a nap, but they need to get to the next place for their backhaul. So what do? They fall asleep. They miss the green light. They oversleep. They can't get to their backhaul. Now they're half a day behind. How much did that just cost you? You know?
Yep.
that and I probably spent that much on cheeseburgers in a
How
week.
much? How much is good sleep worth to a guy?
Yeah,
Over
yeah.
the course
Oh,
of.
never
I know.
underestimate
The
a good night's
We've been
sleep.
over here looking at new mattresses. Trust
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
his guard. We did
Yeah.
an interview with him. Too.
You know, I've seen a lot of cool little gadgets, little gizmos here, and it's really impressive. And in most cases, it's kind of, scratching an itch, filling a niche, and this is something I think would be genuinely helpful
Yeah.
for people.
Well,
because this
generally
is not
sought
just-
after.
It's not a gimmick. It does what it's.
I mean, it's not
It's
just a
supposed to
few of us.
And
It's,
Oh, yeah.
Guys in the
most of us.
trucking industry they've just dealt with it. It's just part of the business. Because you go to
Kind
a
of like
place-
1940 cranks on a trailer.
Yeah.
This is 2023.
Yeah.
You would think we have a better way to raise and lower dollies.
You
by
go
now.
to a place. You're the low man on total. You're the truck driver. So they'll go get in whatever dock door. So I mean, this isn't going to make the light turn green any faster, but
No.
it's going to make your time waiting for that.
Yeah, it
You
doesn't
know,
got me sitting there waiting. I get up
improve-
and can make myself some breakfast.
improve
lunch.
improve your life.
Yes.
You know,
so this thing runs on battery, then I assume.
rechargeable. Yeah, it's got a rechargeable. It's got a magnetic rechargeable port on the bottom here.
Okay, so it's like a-
USB or 110.
Nope, it's just a regular. It plugs into like a box like your iPhone charger plugs into the wall, or
So,
plug in.
okay.
So it is USB.
It's
cigarette
USB
lighter
on
or-
one end, and then
Yeah,
just
USB
connects
on
to
one
that.
end, and then this
And the magnet
here's
on the other.
It's a magnetic charger.
And how long have you had this out?
We are actually, like I said, this idea came to me 3 years ago, and it's a thing to where I'm naive to thinking, hey, well, I got this idea, we can whip these things out and start selling these things in 6 months. Well, it's not, especially when COVID hit
Oh yeah.
and all the electronic stuff you couldn't get.
You can't get.
So, I'm working through an outfit out of Chicago. I had several offers for producing this in China, and we made the executive decision we're not going to do that. We're going to make them in the United States. We know it's going to cost us a little more to do that, but we're going to make them here. So, getting chips, and there's been a lot of back and forth. We'd get a prototype, we'd test it out. We maybe had some connection issues or this and that. So it's been a process. 3 years ago, here we are today. We're just getting just getting going. I mean, actually, I sold my first one today. I've given several away to people. I said, hey, I want to give this to you. I want to stay in contact. Give me some input. Let me know. I said, we're ordering these right now in smaller increments because if I need to tweak something and change it to make it better, I want to do that. So we're just.
So you are taking feedback from the people that have
Absolutely.
bought them for me?
Yep.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Feedback and changes if we need. We've already done a lot of changes, and before we even got started, we sent a survey out to a lot of truck drivers and just said, hey, is waiting in dock something that affects your life? Tell me about looking at the red and green light. If you had something that would tell you.
Could just give you anxiety too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all out there.
It is. And it's something that.
Well, that is an awesome product, man. I'm glad people actually take an idea and bring it to reality. It's when you first showed it to me, and I'm thinking, boy, Bill's gonna love this.
With the van we run, most of the time we don't have that problem. We're 6 coils is all, but you never know. So
right. Well, as I said, it's a solution to a problem that guys have just.
Well, everybody wants more sleep. You know.
Some places will call you. Some places will come out and beat on your door. But since COVID hit, a lot of them quit doing that.
Yeah, you won't let you inside. No. Won't let you do nothing.
About the only time you'll get that is if they need the dock.
Right.
Then they'll come out, and then they're all angry because you made them come out.
They're waiting on you.
Well, and back in the day, they used to use the CB and say, hey. And then you still got to have the CB on and have the noise going to try and sleep.
Yeah.
Hey, dock number 3, you're empty. Come on in, kind of deal. So yeah.
And you got to be awake.
Exactly.
To hear it.
So for that, setting it using it almost like an alarm clock.
Basically,
Yeah. I think that is a really cool idea. Well, hey, Chad. I want to thank you for stopping by and sharing a little of your time with us today.
You know what, Chad? I like your product so much. He likes your product so much. Since you are our last interview for the 2023 Matt Show, how would you like a pin and a hat? Because I need to get rid of it.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Hey, before we go here, though, tell everybody how they can get a hold of you if they want to get one of these.
You can get on our website, which is dockwatch.io. Got a video on there, explains how to use it, and shows you how to, easy how to order it. So it's all right there, dockwatch.io.
Dockwatch.io. Okay, well, everybody, this has been Steve, Bill, and Dave here at Three Fat Truckers and Mr. Herzog. We thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Okay. I waited till he cut off.
I'm not off. We're still rolling.
We'll turn it off.
What now?
Yeah.